So once when your video is on, yes. Okay, great. So, so certain things that I wanted to tell you before we begin. One is whenever whoever has a doubt in between, whatever doubt, kind of a doubt you have, you can unmute yourself and ask the doubt, right? But I'm also sure that during this session, we may not be able to solve all the queries that may come to your mind, or you might get queries later on too. And in such case, I would request you to, connect to the person with whom you are already in touch with, the person who sent you this link invite to join the session kind of a thing. So connect to them and try to clarify as many doubts as you want to, if in case we do not clarify those doubts here. Now, before we begin, one information that I want to tell you all is that we are dealing with part B of NATA exam and nothing else. Okay. And we are not dealing with part A. So if you have confusions about part A, if you have doubts about part A, keep that aside. We are only dealing with part B. And we are not dealing about what kind of questions will come, okay, because that is not a known source. What we are dealing is what do we have in our hand and how to utilize that to a benefit side, or how to make a maximum benefit of whatever is exists with us currently, right? So I'm going to share my screen right now, and you should be able to see a presentation screen onto the board. I hope all of you are able to see a presentation screen. Great. In case I'm not audible, you can raise your hand then and there, right? I can see people on the video side, though my video is off because there is a problem with the power and I'm sitting in a dark room. So there's no fun in me switching on the video. But in case you are unable to hear me, just raise your hand and show me a stop sign, right? So that I will know that you are unable to hear me. Clear? Okay, great. So where are we leading this entire session to? We are leading this session into understanding what exists in a part B of our NATA exam. So we know that part B of NATA holds a total of 15 plus 35 questions, which has to be solved in 45 minutes. We are aware of this. Now, 15 questions are basically split in my concept of physics, chemistry, and maths, the PCM part. And the balance 35 is split under what we call as a general aptitude. So if I say general aptitude, what all might be get covered here? What all might get covered here? So I'm saying about basic maths. Now, when I say basic maths, please understand the maths here is different from the maths that you're getting under the PCM sector, okay? The PCM category holds maths which is about your algebra, which is concept based, which is your present learning concepts. Whereas the general aptitude maths is more to do with the application side of concepts. Something that you learned during your school days of 5th, 6th, 7th types. Okay, percentages, ratios, a bit of numbers, time, speed, distance, ऐसे वाले चीजें, right? So that's what this maths hold. Then I always will have English, which is verbal ability. Then I will have a bit of, let's say, logical reasoning. Then I will have a bit of general knowledge, right? Especially related to architectural general knowledge, right? Maybe something related to buildings, something related to founder or origin of whatever it is, right? But something related to general knowledge and related to architecture. And then I will have, let me categorize the fifth one as miscellaneous. Miscellaneous can be a lot of things. Huh? It can be pictorial images given to you, trying to figure out the top view, front view, side view of any particular three-dimensional object given to you. So there can be a lot of other things which we will categorize as miscellaneous. Now, now since all of you are from the science background, what does my basic math say? That if there are 15 questions to come from PCM, then I'm talking about approximately 5 questions per area, right? So I do not have to bother whether, and typically to a good score, if I see a good score out in a PCM, then out of 15 questions, if I can get 10 questions right, it's actually going to be a very good score for me. Okay. So which implies that I do not have to, please understand, I do not have to worry about 100% knowledge on every area. Okay, I do not have to worry about 100% knowledge on every area. But saying that, I cannot go to this exam with 50% knowledge in all the 3 areas. I have to balance myself to ensure that I'm good in at least very good in one of the areas, and I'm good in the rest of them. Okay, are we clear? Right? So you need not be 100%, you need not be genius in all the 3. You need to be good in one. You need to be good in one. I mean, without being very good in one, you cannot crack this exam. In fact, you cannot crack any entrance examinations. You got to have one strength. That strength can be chemistry, physics, or maths, depending on what your strength is. And you got to be good in the rest of the 2. And if I'm not wrong, most of you would have written this IIT JEE kind of entrance, and thus your PCM probably would be in a better side. Okay? Those who have not written, आपको थोड़ा रिवाइज ज्यादा करना पड़ेगा. As simple, right? You may have to revise a bit more. But where does my entire portfolio of improving marks, increasing marks lie? My portfolio of improving and increasing marks lies in the side of aptitude. Okay, this is the place where I can actually score marks. Either I lose here or I win here. Now, again, my basic math says that out of 35 questions, if I have to divide 35 questions into 5 categories, then I'm talking about 7 questions per area, approximately. So now comes the way I'm going to deal with this. Assuming that your test paper allows you, assuming because you do not know what the test paper contains, and probably your first mock offered by NATA is going to come, right? Only when you take that mock is when you will know कि ये test कैसे होने वाला है. Today, everyone has only an idea. Nobody is sure about it. But let's assume that this test allows you, okay, especially in the part B side, it allows you to go back and forth onto your questions. Assume that this area allows you to go back and forth to the questions, which means if I'm in the 10th question, I can go back to the 5th. If I'm in the 10th question, I can go to the 20th question also, right? It allows me to go back and go for it. If that is the case, then the beauty of it is I can choose where I want to start from. That's the beauty. I do not have to start from question number 1. This is not a board exam, right? So I do not have to start from question number 1. I can choose from where to start with. But if it doesn't allow me to go back and forth, then I do not have a choice. I have to start from question number 1 onwards. Right? Done with it? Okay. So if anyone has any questions, can you just raise your hand or unmute yourself and ask right away before we proceed? There were some people who raised their hand. That's why I'm asking. Okay, none? Right, then we proceed. So now looking into, okay, so assume, so if it is one after the other, that is, I have to finish one question before I get to the next question, then there is no strategy, guys. Okay, I have to ensure that every question that I do within the time limit given. Because if I have to do one question and go to the next, I typically will have a time limit. Okay. And if I do not have time limit, even then I have to answer the question. The good part here is I do not have negative marking. Okay, which implies that if I do not know the answer, I will directly guess and proceed. I will not waste my time. Okay, so that's one of it. Shriparna, you have any doubts? You raise your hand.
Sir, you say back and forth. I can't understand that.
बैक एंड फोर्थ मतलब मान लीजिए आप एक एग्जाम लिख रहे हो और आप पांचवी क्वेश्चन कर रहे हैं, ठीक है?
Okay.
पांचवी क्वेश्चन करने के बाद क्या आप जैसे बोर्ड एग्जाम लिखते हैं आप, राइट? तो
हाँ हाँ
पांचवी क्वेश्चन करने के बाद क्या आप पहला क्वेश्चन में जा सकते हैं वापस?
बोर्ड एग्जाम में हाँ
जा सकते हो ना, क्योंकि क्वेश्चन तो क्वेश्चन पेपर में अवेलेबल है।
हाँ हाँ हाँ
आप कोई भी मतलब कोई भी क्वेश्चन कभी भी कर सकते हैं बोर्ड एग्जाम में, है ना?
हाँ
जरूरी नहीं है कि पहले क्वेश्चन से ही करना है।
हाँ
उसी तरह से ये ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म भी दो तरीके के सवाल आते हैं। पहला सवाल ऐसा है कि जो सवाल आता है पहले उसे करना ही करना पड़ेगा, उसी के बाद आप अगला सवाल में जा सकते हैं। उस केस में क्या होता है कि मैं अगर पहला सवाल बना के दूसरे सवाल में चला गया तो मैं वापस पहला सवाल में नहीं आ सकता। तो मान लो कि मैंने पहला सवाल मार्क कर दिया, दूसरे सवाल बनाते बनाते याद आ गया कि पहला सवाल का जवाब तो ये होना चाहिए था। अब मैं कुछ कर नहीं सकता क्योंकि वो चला गया, वो खत्म, मैं पीछे नहीं जा सकता। ठीक है? लेकिन कुछ एग्जाम्स ऐसे होते हैं जहां पे मान लो कि मैं कोई भी सवाल से शुरू कर सकता हूं और कोई भी सवाल जा सकता हूं। तो मैंने एग्जाम शुरू कर दिया पांचवें सवाल से। आई स्टार्टेड माई एग्जाम फ्रॉम द फिफ्थ क्वेश्चन. I solved the fifth, I went to the seventh, then I went to the eighth, then I want to now change the fifth का आंसर. I can come back to fifth. तो ये होता है बैक फोर्थ, कि मैं आगे भी जा सकता हूँ पीछे भी जा सकता हूँ। लेकिन कुछ एग्जाम्स ऐसे होते हैं जहां पे मैं सिर्फ आगे ही जा सकता हूँ, मैं पीछे नहीं आ सकता। मतलब एक सवाल बना दिया, then it will be the second question coming into picture, then the third question will come, then the fourth question will come, but I can never go back. समझ गए आप?
ओके
हाँ, तो ये दोनों तरह में कोई भी एक तरह सा एनी वन काइंड ऑफ द एग्जाम इज पॉसिबल। ये आपको तब मालूम होगा जब आप नाटा का पहला एग्जाम दोगे, जो इनका मॉक टेस्ट है, तब आपको मालूम हो जाएगा कि ये नाटा कैसा एग्जाम देने की तैयारी कर रहा है। तब तक कोई भी कुछ नहीं कर सकता। ठीक है ना? द पॉइंट इज लेट्स लुक इनटू व्हाट इफ आई एम अलाउड टू गो टू एनी क्वेश्चन एंड कम बैक टू एनी क्वेश्चन। यानी कि मुझे छूट दिया गया है, right? They have given me the freedom of selecting the question that I want to begin with. किसी ने nobody is asking me or forcing me to start from question number 1. In that case, what are you guys going to do? The first thing you should do is scan the paper. Go through all the questions. Total of 5 to 7 minutes to scan the paper. I hope you understand what a scanning means. Scan your room quickly. When I say scan your room, you do not have to sit and figure out what is where. You just have to see how you just have to scan once to see ठीक है कि ये जगह पे ये है, ये जगह पे ये है, right? You do not have to get in depth of everything. So first scan your paper. Why scanning is important is when you scan, you will identify two things. One or more than two things. First thing that you're going to identify is where is the fastest segment. Where is the fastest segment? Now, what do I mean by fastest segment? Questions which hardly takes time to solve. These are the questions called as fastest segment. Okay. I will give you an example. Which is the, which monument is in Agra?
Taj Mahal.
So basically, yeah, all of you know this answer. And okay, you might have taken time to say because you had to unmute yourself, वो करना था। लेकिन जैसे ही ये सवाल सुना, तुम्हें आंसर तो मालूम था ना दिमाग में?
Yes, sir.
गुड। कितना टाइम लगा आंसर आने में, दिमाग में आने के लिए?
Just a second.
Right.
Millisecond.
Right. Either the maximum you would have spent 1 or 2 seconds for the answer to come. Good. Now the next question is, Okay, who's the vice president of the country?
Don't know.
क्या हो गया? Right, ताजमहल सबको मालूम है, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट किसी को नहीं मालूम. Very good, no problem. The point is, the good part here, if you guys realize, answer for both the questions came to you in a fraction of a second. For the first one, you knew that the answer is Taj Mahal, and for the second one, you knew that you do not know the answer. But both of them came in a fraction of a second, correct? Which implies that typically, what does fastest segment mean? It means questions related to GK. Because either I know the answer or I do not know the answer. And in both the occasions, it's easy because I'm not spending much time. कुछ बैठ के ढूंढना नहीं है आंसर को, क्योंकि या तो मुझे आता मालूम है या नहीं मालूम. मैथ्स की तरह मैं सॉल्व नहीं कर सकता, ठीक है. केमिस्ट्री की तरह मैं फॉर्मूलेज या मॉलिक्यूल्स या जो भी है यूज नहीं कर सकता. फिजिक्स की तरह मैं ढूंढ नहीं सकता या सोच नहीं सकता. ये ऐसे सवाल हैं जीके के. There's those kinds of questions that if I hear and read, either I know it or I do not know it. Okay, so these are the fastest segments. So always begin your section, paper with the fastest segment, because of the fact that psychologically you win the game. Okay, aptitude test is not just a test, it's a psychology game also. Okay, for example, I will come back to our format of the paper. 50 क्वेश्चन करने हैं. I have to do 50 questions in 45 minutes. Let's say there are 7 questions in GK, okay, and one person, let's say Pratham, is sitting in front of me. Pratham starts with GK and finishes these 7 questions. Because each question hardly takes a second time, let's assume that each question takes 5 seconds of time. He finishes 7 questions in 35 seconds, or let's assume he finishes 5 questions in 1 minute. 7 questions in 1 minute. Okay, now there is Ajit in front of me, or there is Neha in front of me. Let's assume that both of them start with maths. Now tell me, ask yourself, or anyone who's sitting here, ask yourself, will you be able to solve a maths question? 7 maths questions in 1 minute?
No, sir.
Forget 1. I'm saying, forget 7. Even solving 1 math question in 1 minute is a challenge. Right? So what has happened is, by the end of 7 minutes, look at this, what Pratham has and what probably Ajit or Neha has. Okay, by the end of 7 minutes, Pratham has 38 minutes left for in his exam, and he has 43 questions to do. Whereas after 7 minutes, sorry, not 7 minutes, after 1 minute, right? Because in 1 minute he has completed all 7 questions. So Pratham has 44 minutes left for his exam and 43 questions to do. Whereas Neha or anyone else has 38 minutes left for their exam. If they are basically doing 1 maths question, or maximum in 7 minutes, how many math questions you can do? You may probably do 2 or 3. Okay, but you will end up having 38 minutes in your hand, and you will still end up having, out of 50 questions, something like a 48 or 47 questions. Do you see the game plan here? Quickly, what has happened is, I started my entire exam with less than 1 minute per question, and suddenly now Pratham sees that he has 1 minute per question. Whereas the other person, the questions are not reducing. Psychologically, I have lost the game here big time. And that's why we say aptitude exam is actually a psychological exam. So always begin from your fastest segment. Once you have done the fastest segment, the second segment that you will begin with is your strongest segment. Why is it important to begin from the strongest? Please understand, that's the fastest segment. The fastest segment need not be your strongest segment. You may not have done well. 7 सवाल में हो सकता है you knew answer only to one of them. तो आपको मालूम है कि आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल का क्या धज्जियां उड़ेगी, right? You have solved 1 out of 7. Just imagine the confidence level that, just imagine guys, board exam or internals that you have written in your during your 12th and all. If you had solved 1 out of 7, what kind of a confidence you carry after the exam hall or in the exam hall, right? Even if you know to solve the rest, you will not be able to solve because your confidence has gone down. So your fastest segment will probably bring your confidence down, and thus to boost your confidence, you now require the strongest area to go. So then you will go into the strongest area. And then you will play around. Did we understand this strategy, guys? Yeah, so try using them. I'm not saying this will work. I'm saying this will work for majority of people, may not work for everyone. So all of you, and try to see what works better to me. Now, coming to the next area of while I'm taking a mock test, what should I do, right? Or while I'm preparing at home today, when I'm preparing for the PCM and for, let's say, maths, general aptitude, what should I do? So I have one suggestion, which I have done here earlier, okay? So I'll share this with you. I'm an engineer, so I'm also a science graduate, okay? And between PCM, C is the place which I never understood. The only formula that I remembered, or the only equation, or what you can say or call as expression that I remembered is this. Apart from this, the next expression I remember is this. But apart from this, I don't remember anything else. This is how my chemistry was, okay? But to say that the engineering entrance examinations, which typically when I wrote was out of 60, right? Out of 60 marks. So you have 60 questions to be solved in 1 hour and each question 1 mark. So out of 60 marks under the PCM category, I have a 60 out of 60 in M. Okay, that's because I'm good in maths. I have a 60 out of 60 in physics because I was moderate or okay, better in physics. Chemistry, I have done worse in life, but I had a 59 out of 60 in chemistry. Now, what did I do? What did I do? The good part here is physics, chemistry, or maths, right? When I'm talking about 11th and 12th, the things or the syllabus or the concept doesn't change. It remains the same. Calculus remains calculus, matrices determinants remains matrices and determinants. Okay, organic chemistry will remain organic chemistry, and so on and so forth. So all I ended up doing is I picked aptitude based or MCQ based questions of physics, chemistry, and maths from all possible papers. Wherever it exists. Because I know that most of them will typically cover my requirement. So I ended up taking MCQs of old papers from wherever it exists. It can be a local level engineering entrance examination paper. It can be an IIT JEE entrance examination, or it can be AIEEE entrance examinations, right? But wherever MCQ comes from, I picked all those questions and practiced. And that's the result that gave me here. Okay, and the same thing that I suggest you, that because was chemistry and physics there last year in NATA exam? No, right? So if you want to find old papers, where will you find them? NATA never had those syllabus, so NATA never released any questions on PC, physics and chemistry. So kahan se uthaoge tum purane? So which means you got to capture those papers where physics and chemistry was coming as MCQs. Okay, that's how you're going to prepare. That's how you should prepare. Now, that's your MCQ part. Now coming to the aptitude part. What should I do with the aptitude part? The aptitude part, when you read, when you study, when you learn, I want you to start putting certain methods. I hope each one of you have a paper and a pen next to you. If you don't have, can you quickly have a paper and a pen next to you? Because what is coming next is a question and I want you to solve. And all of you, once you solve this question, please answer it in the chat box, okay, as the answer option. So I'm taken certain questions from various papers of NATA and architectural exams across the country, and I have tried to put you those questions here. So I'm going to show you the question. So this is one of the questions. So whatever the answer is, option A, B, C, D, I want you to put in the chat box. Don't tell the answer, please put the answer in the chat box. I'm still waiting. You all finished 1 minute. I want the answer quickly. Diana. Okay, Diana has been the fastest. It's taken 2 minutes to solve. The others, Sakshi also has taken approximately 2 minutes to solve. All right, great. So now my point here that comes is, just imagine guys that, remember I started by saying that start your exam with the fastest segment. Why did I do that? Assume that, now let's assume that this was, okay, so you can stop sending the chat box now that we have got the answer. Now assume that this was your first question of the NATA exam, okay, in part B. Assume that this is your first question. 50 questions to do, 45 minutes, you have spent 3 minutes already on this. Has that been a great loss for you? Psychologically, as well as in attempt wise, okay? But unfortunately, what happens is, what if I am supposed to do first one question at a time, and this is my first question, then what? Then comes the fact that, how do I save time, okay? How do I ensure that I'm preparation in such a way that most of the questions I can solve within 20 to 30 seconds? How can I do that? So please understand that there are lots of questions that comes in these entrance examinations. If I'm talking about 50 questions in this entrance examination part B, I can bet you that at least 80% of these 50 questions will require less than 30 seconds to solve. Okay, but the point is, how do I identify them and how do I do that? Now, one point that each one of you have to understand is you cannot create silly mistakes here, okay? The diagonal AB is 13, guys. So you cannot take this base as 13. So that if you have done that as a silly mistake, then boom, your effort has gone. Okay, so this hypotenuse is 13, right? And thus, what have you done now? To find the base, you have used Pythagoras theorem. So I'm typically saying your step of calculation that most of you would have done here. Okay, you would have done Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem says hypotenuse square minus the short length square, 5 square. So hypotenuse 60. So that's 144, and square root of 144 is 12. So this base value is 12. Now some of them would have reached here and then forgot how to calculate the area of a trapezoid. What is the trapezium area? It is half of the height and it is sum of the two parallel sides. Am I right? All of us? Nod your head. You can nod your head, okay? If I'm right, and if I'm wrong, you can nod your head. Right, so it's half of height. Now height here is the nothing but the base, because now if I rotate this trapezium where this portion becomes the base, then 12 becomes the height, right? So it is half of 12 into the sum of the two parallel sides, which is 2 plus 5, 7. Okay? So 2 6s are and 6 7s are 42. Great. So I get this answer as 42. Are we all clear? This is what you would have done. Done. Now, how do I save my time? Where do I save my time? And this is everything that we do. Then where do I save my time? First thing is, when you read a question like if the length of the diagonal AB is this, what is the area of the trapezoid? The first thing you should do while you're finishing this question, is the first thing you do is in your mind, bring the area. Okay, in your mind, the first thing that should come is the formula of the area. Now, when you come to the formula of the area, which is the easiest value that you already have in your hand? A plus B. This is the value that you already have in your hand, correct? You do not have to do any calculation. ये तो बनाया बनाया बिठाया बिठाया दिखाई दे रहा है, right? A plus B 2 plus 5 दिया हुआ है, which is 7. समझ में आया यहाँ तक? Done. अब ये करते ही अब नेक्स्ट तुम्हारा क्या स्टेप होगा? द नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज लुक एट योर आंसर ऑप्शन. भाई ये 7 है. Is 7 a prime number, guys? Yes. 7 is a prime number, which means I cannot divide 7 by any other value other than 7. ठीक है? तो अगर ये 7 है तो मेरे आंसर में 7 का मल्टीपल होना जरूरी है, because 7 is a prime number. अब बताओ तुम्हारा आंसर ऑप्शंस में देख के बताओ कौन सा आंसर है जो 7 का मल्टीपल है? कोई और आंसर है ही नहीं तुम्हारे हाथ में, right? So do you have to use Pythagoras theorem? No. Do you have to find this value of 12? No. Do you have to do this calculation here? No. What have you done? You just finished reading this, kept in your mind of sum of two parallel sides. You realize sum of two parallel sides is 2 plus 5, 7. You searched for an answer which ends in which is a 7's multiple. You got 7's multiple. Khatam kahani. Do you think you require 3 minutes to do this approach? No, right? You can get this approach within a minute. Do you understand this, guys? This is where a knowledgeable person, right? A knowledgeable, please understand that this is where there is always a fight between concept and there is always a fight between concept and common sense. Okay? Till board exam, we all wanted concepts. Please understand this, guys. Till we wrote our board exam, we wanted concepts. But now we want common sense. It doesn't mean that I do not have to know my concepts. Obviously, I'll have to know my concepts. But more than that, I also have to know my common sense. Okay? Basic concepts, even, odd, multiple of 2, right? Prime number, composite number, natural number, integer, whole number. ये concepts में ही आधे सवाल बन जाते हैं. If you do not believe, see this. This is another question that I have taken. Can you tell me the answer? Your timer has begun. You can put the chat in the chat box, your answer option. Just put the answer option A, B, C, D. That's all. And no calculators, please. No system calculator, no phone calculator, no physical calculators. Ananda, thank you. Ananda has answered exactly in 40 seconds. Hasan in 50 seconds. Arvind, Neha, almost in 50. Rajvardhan, Rajni, Gayatri, you have finished 1 minute. Hitesh, Anjan, Aishwarya. Okay, so all of you got A, right? So you have almost finished. So most of them have got A after 1 minute, but whereas Ananda and the rest few of them got it within 40 seconds. You know what has happened in these two scenarios? Some of you took 60 to 70 seconds to answer them, whereas there was 1 or 2 people who finished in 40 seconds, which means you ended up spending 30 seconds more, which they will spend for some other question. Now imagine that every question, if you start spending 30 seconds more than the other person, 3 क्वेश्चन के बाद 1 मिनट गायब हो गया तुम्हारे हाथ से. Every question, if you're spending 30 seconds more, right? After two questions, 1 minute is lost in you. I mean, तुमने lose कर दिया 1 minute. तो सोच लो कि 50 सवाल का अगर पेपर है और हर 2 क्वेश्चन में 1 मिनट गायब हो रहा है तुम्हारे हाथ से, तो भाई तुम्हारे तो 25 सवाल आते आते टाइम खत्म हो जाएगा, है ना? Simple maths, right? Every one question, if you're losing 30 seconds, you will lose what? In under 25-30 questions, you will lose almost the entire time period. Done. So you got to be very, very careful, and that's where I said, when you're preparing for your exam, when you're preparing at home, this is not something that you should do during the exam. Exam के दिन जाके करोगे ये तो फायदा नहीं है. ये भी practice करते हुए. For example, सबको मालूम है इसको कैसे calculate करना है, right? How do you do this? 27% चाहिए. So I write 27%. I know 27% is 27 by 100. 27% of क्या चाहिए? 1376, है ना? मेरा मिस्टेक कहां पे होता है? मेरा टाइम कंज्यूम होता है उस पे. सो देयर आर दोस पीपल हु विल फर्स्ट डू 27 into 1376. ये माल कैलकुलेट करने के बाद इसको फिर डिवाइड बाय 100 करेंगे. तो एक वो है, ठीक है. और दूसरा तरीका कौन सा है? दूसरे तरीके वाले वो लोग हैं जो 27 into 1376 को डिवाइडेड बाय 100 को सबसे पहले 2 से डिवाइड करेंगे. 250, 2 6 are 12, 17 हो गया, 2 8 are 16, 1 कैरी, 16 2 8 are 16, वापस से 2 से डिवाइड किया. अब ये दूसरा तरीका, ठीक है. तो इन दोनों में से एक तरीका मैंने अपना लिया. अब ये देख लो कि if I have to do 27% of 1376, when I multiply, what am I multiplying? 7 into 6, correct? Multiply करते वक्त तो 7 into 6 होता है. अब दिमाग में लाओ 7 6 कितना होता है? 42. यानी कि कितने में एंड होगा? 2 में. अभी आंसर ऑप्शन देखो, 2 में क्या एंड होता है? सिर्फ ए एंड होता है.
A.
बस हो गया मेरा आंसर. बाकी जो भी वैल्यू है मुझे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? 2 में तो एक ही आंसर ऑप्शन है ना. अगर 2 के 2 आंसर ऑप्शंस होते तो मैं एक और मल्टीप्लिकेशन करके देखता. दैट इज if my answer, one of the answer options was, let's say 371.42, ठीक है. Then what do? I will not do only 7 6R, because 7 6R gives me unit digit. I have to also find the tens place. तो मैं tens place भी ढूंढता और बस वहीं पे रोक देता मैं, right? I will not search for the entire value. I will search for units place, and I will also search for tens place and get the answer. Did you guys understand this? All of us?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can put in a chat box if you have understood. Type in yes if you have understood. Type in no if you have not understood. Okay, and in case anyone has a doubt, please unmute yourself and ask. अच्छा, ठीक है, very good. Now I will tell you one more thing which typically बहुत कम work होता है, ठीक है? This works. Okay, so when will I use this concept? I will use this concept when I have to guess. Remember very, very clearly. The concept that I'm telling you now is the concept I will use when I have to do a guesswork. ठीक है? Okay. Now, same question. What was the question? And this concept, each one of you will be able to solve. What was the question? 27% of. Okay, so I'm erasing this part first. मैं erase कर देता हूँ सबको. Okay, my question was 27% of 1376. Now, why I'm saying that I will use this concept only for guessing is because the chances of this concept getting right is only 66%. ठीक है? या 75% रख लो. The chances of this concept getting right. Now, I want you all to do something in your mind. In your mind, okay? What does off mean? Add or multiply?
Multiply.
Multiply. ठीक है, great. Can you add 2 and 7 in your mind?
Yes.
ठीक है.
Nice,
Now,
nice.
can you add 1, 3, 7, 6 in your mind? Okay, please be mute. Just add in the mind, okay? 1 plus
17.
3 plus 7 plus 6.
7.
ठीक है, 1 plus 3 4, 4 plus 7 11, 11 plus 6 17. 2-digit number. So you got to add till you get a single digit number. ठीक है? समझ में आया? All of them sitting there watching me without nodding your head. ऐसा लग रहा है कि फोटो डाल रखा है तुम लोगों ने आगे. ठीक है. So the idea is 27%, add 2 plus 7, you got 9. And this number 1376, add all these values, you get 17. You keep adding till you get a single digit, unit digit. Okay, we are done till here. Great. Now, what is off? Off is a multiplication, correct? Good. So what is 9 into 8? 72. What is 7 plus 2? 9. Okay, I'm writing it down so that you understand, but actually if you do it, you do not require more than 10 seconds to solve it. So I do 2 plus 7 9, then I do 1 plus 3 4, 4 plus 7 11, 11 plus 6 17, 1 plus 7 8, 9 into 8 72, 7 plus 2 9. Done? Great. Can you all add these digits here till you get a single digit number? 3 plus 7 10, 10 plus 1 11, 11 plus 5 16, 16 plus 2 18, 18 is 1 plus 8 9, 9 and 9. So this is my answer. आगे बढ़ते रहो.
ओ भाई
यही होता है. समझे? स्कूल में टीचर किताब के हिसाब से पढ़ाती है, हम किताब से निकल के पढ़ाते हैं. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
राइट. सो इसलिए बोला कि ये सब जगह यूज मत करो. सब जगह यूज करोगे तो चांसेस बहुत कम होते हैं, बिकॉज द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ दिस बीइंग राइट इज ओनली 66 to 75%. तो ये कहां पे इस्तेमाल करना पड़ता है? ये वहां पे इस्तेमाल करना पड़ता है कि मेरे को करना नहीं आता. राइट, आई डू नॉट नो टू डू बट आई वांट टू गेस. तो जब गेस कर रहे हो तो इंटेलिजेंटली गेस करो ना. अंधाधुन क्यों गेस कर रहे हो? राइट, चांसेस बढ़ जाता है तुम्हारा करेक्ट होने का. वो वाला. ठीक है, अगला सवाल बढ़े. मजा आ रहा है?
Sir, we can do this only in profit and loss.
नो नो नो, जहां पे नंबर्स हैं, जहां पे नंबर है और जहां पे तुम्हें मल्टीप्लाई ऐड सब्ट्रैक्ट, wherever there is numbers and wherever you have to multiply add subtract divide, you can use this.
Okay.
Okay, you have to do this only when there is a number. ठीक है?
Sir, but in option D it is also 18. 8 plus 1 is 9. So what about it?
हाँ, तो फिर तो उसके बाद चला जाता है. तो याद है मैंने क्या बोला था? 66% राइट. I never said 100% correct. Okay, the other portion is, अगर ऑप्शन डी आपको ये दिया गया है, so most of the time usually जो हम लोगों ने whatever we guys have seen is usually what you will find is this sum of 9 will happen only in one of the scenario. Second is, this is where you have to start using. So where I can use this method, remember I gave you a option where I say that let's assume that this is not 371 but I had given you a 371.42. remember this? Now while I'm using the unit digit, यहाँ पे दोनों आंसर हो सकते हैं. But when I'm using this method, कौन सा आंसर होगा? पहला वाला आंसर होगा, right? So which means if I look at both combination, both together, then what happens? The chances of me getting 100% accuracy is high. Number two, the chances of me solving this question within 45 seconds is also very high. In fact, within 20 seconds is much, much higher. Are we clear? Right? Okay. Now, next question. Take this question. And now can you answer this question by using common sense? Don't worry whether you're writing it right or wrong. Answer this question using common sense. So please understand that NATA doesn't have negative marks. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So NATA doesn't have negative marking. So that's why you got to guess. But when I have to guess, why don't I guess something that is closer to the correct answer? That's the idea. So now guys, the question that has been given to me is, so I'm just giving you a way to solve them, okay? So the question that has been given to me, please read, all of you. Please read the question carefully. So it says that I have bottle 1 and I have bottle 2. In bottle 1, milk and water is in the ratio 7:2. Means if so, I'm just making you, I'm taking some time here to make you understand. It means that if 7 liters is milk, 2 liters is water. That's what it means, right? So if 7 liters is milk, 2 liters is water. So if there are 14 liters milk, then how many liters water? 4. Because the ratio is 7:2. Means what? So if there are 7 liters of milk and 2 liters of water, total I have 9 liters. If there are 14 liters of milk and 4 liters of water, total is 18 liters. So no matter what I do, my bottle 1 should have total in a multiple of 9. Whatever I do, my bottle 1 should have a total in a multiple of 9. Do you all agree? Understood? Yes. Now let's look at bottle 2. Bottle 2, what is the ratio? 9:4. So which means if it is 9, then this is 4. Total 13. If this is 9 2s are 18, then this is 4 2s are 8. Total is 26. So looking at bottle 2, my total should be a multiple of 13. Right? So my simple understanding is bottle 1 should contain quantity which is a multiple of 9, and bottle 2 should contain a quantity which is a multiple of 13. Great going. So I have written this to make you understand. But now guys, I want you to just read this and tell me how long it takes for you. Yes, Vinaya, do you have a doubt? Okay, fine. I request you not to put in the chat box because my chat box is hidden under the screen. Okay. Okay, right. Oh, fine. So now the point is, guys, now I want you to read this question statement along with me and see what is happening. Bottle 1 contains a mixture of milk and water in the ratio 7:2. As soon as I close here, I know that bottle 1 contains 9's multiple. Correct? Quickly I have identified it. Now, and bottle 2 contains a mixture of milk and water in the ratio 9:4. So as soon as I stop here, मेरे को मालूम हो गया कि बॉटल 2 में 13 का मल्टीपल है. करेक्ट? क्या हो गया? क्वेश्चन पढ़ते पढ़ते I got these two information. Now, in what ratio of volumes should the liquids in bottle 1 and bottle 2 be combined? So I have to combine bottle 1 and bottle 2. मतलब एक बॉटल जिसका 9 का मल्टीपल निकालूंगा और एक बॉटल जिसका 13 का मल्टीपल निकालूंगा. भाई 13 का मल्टीपल मतलब 13 एक प्राइम नंबर हो गया, राइट? क्या मैं प्राइम नंबर को डिवाइड कर सकता हूं? I cannot, except it is 1 or 13. I cannot divide it by any other number. ठीक है. सो नो मैटर व्हाट रेशियो में, कोई भी रेशियो में तुम डाल दो, मेरा सेकंड बॉटल का 13 का ही मल्टीपल रहेगा, मतलब मेरा आंसर हो गया बी. क्योंकि 13 भाई प्राइम नंबर है, कुछ नहीं कर सकता मैं उसका. तो जो 13 है वो 13 ही रहेगा, चाहे तुम कुछ भी करो. Right? So out of all the 4 options that I have, see, that's why it says पहला वाला जो है, the first bottle will always be a 9's multiple. But if I look at my answer option, everything is a 9's multiple here, correct? But the second bottle is a 13's multiple, and the only option where both is 13, the second part is 13 multiple is B. So that becomes my answer. Yeah, किसको चाहिए formula? Who wants a formula now? Tell me. Right? So it becomes much easier to solve. So the point that I'm trying to drive here, though there is a lot of questions that I have placed, but I don't think it's more than time for us to continue this. But what I'm trying to tell you here is, when you're preparing for an aptitude, when you're preparing for your question, you got to solve in 2 ways. One is obviously the concept, because without concept, I am a I'm getting into a war with no weapons in my hand. So without concept, it's useless. But the second one is with a common sense. So that's important. Okay. So more often than not, start looking into how you can learn this. Start attending classes. Start figuring out that if these are the things that you want to learn, then be very regular, very sensitive, and decide on when you want the classes, what kind of classes you want. And I'm able to teach you this, or I'll tell you this, because I'm an aptitude trainer. I train students on maths and logical reasoning and so on and so forth. So I and the others can help you on this if you really are looking into NATA as a cracking part. Okay. Now, so this is where we stop. Veena, are you there?
Yes, sir, I am here.
Yes, Veena. So we are done. And students, if you have any doubts, any queries, as I said, if you have doubts related to part A, if you have doubts related to kind of exam that's going to happen, because बहुत लोगों के पास ये doubt होगा कि this is an online exam, कैसे करेंगे हम लोग online exam. All these things, doubts will go once you take the first mock test. So wait for the first mock test to happen. If you have doubts related to the kind of questions, the kind of pattern, the kind of exam that's going to conduct. If you have any other doubt related to what we did now, right? If someone may have a doubt saying that I'm weak in PCM, if you are weak in PCM, the only suggestion I will do is take out, as I said earlier, take all old questions of PCM that has come in various exams, especially MCQ related questions, and practice them. Okay. But saying that I'm weak in PCM will not help you crack NATA. तुम weak ही रहोगे, है ना? The more you practice, the stronger you become. Okay, that's one. The GK side, put an effort, but don't dedicate so much time, because it's, as I said, it's only 6 to 7 questions that you're going to lose if you're going to lose. ठीक है भाई, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, बाकी एरिया है मुझे सॉल्व करने के लिए. Trust me guys, for a person who has not studied GK for the next 20 days versus a person who studies only GK for the next 20 days, तुम दोनों का डिफरेंस मैक्सिमम 4 से 5 मार्क्स होगा जीके को लेके. लेकिन बाकी एरिया जो डिफरेंस क्रिएट करता है, that is going to create the entire cutoff and selection criteria. Okay, so I'm not saying that do not do GK, but I'm saying that give equal importance to all the areas that you're doing, right? And if you feel that नहीं अकेले से या self preparation से नहीं हो रहा है, I need to go ahead and start attending classes, then do that. You're always welcome to attend my class, right guys? So any doubts, any queries, Veena ma'am is there, and all those people are there who have sent you this link ka update. So you can talk to them, message them back, get information, and then decide how you want to go about it. Right, Veena? I'm done for my classes.
Thank you, sir. Students, those of you who are interested to join the regular classes, please write in the text chat box saying I am interested, so I will contact you immediately.
And
Krishna
anyone wants
sir?
to know more about part? Anyone wants to know more about Part A, they can also write to Veena ma'am or Krishna
Yeah,
sir,
yeah.
and they
Veena
will help you.
ma'am, here, just give me a minute.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Hey students, what I was talking about, I think few of you have attended my yesterday session, few of you attended day before yesterday session, and I hope you got it. So what you got it is, you got it how exactly it's gonna work, how we are different, and this is also just an introduction if you'll ask me. It's just an introduction for the organization, it's just an introduction of your preparation part, and I would like to thanks Mr. Anand the way he given you and explain you step by step about how you have to tackle the part B, because we realized we did the team meeting we have told you on 25th about aptitude. For 19th we did meeting for part A cognitive where you have PTQ and MCQ, and the 25th we did for aptitude because we were getting many queries till the time we had around 700 registration almost. Now where we are almost we are about to reach 1300 on this date. So we feel like many of you want to go through this. That's what in induction we added one day class where you get to know the brief about it, how exactly it is. And the entire team behind is working. You will have classes with Akanksha also for PC M, or you will have class with Mr. Anant also continuously, and the other faculty, though they are making behind in question, Mr. Akhilesh or Mr. Naveen, and they will also take those through those tests and then after test discussion. Because this section, I want how many marks, guys? I want you write in chat box how many more marks you want to score out of 75, and what do you think? How many marks a student can score easily? Because having this limited time and all those looking this 70, 75, very good target. Not 130. I said out of 75. So 130 is not possible out of 75. 75 out of 75, 70 plus is very good target. And that is what our target also is. We have to score 60, 65 plus or 70, but we have to be quick and correct with methods, ideology. Here again, in this aptitude section also, you have to use your ability of understand the subject quickly. That means cognitive kind of, some space, because you cannot go through all those methods which as longer. So well, that is already, that will keep going on, continue with Anand. One announcement is, if you had attended yesterday 8:30 class, 8:30 class, consider the induction class first. So that some few of you have attended. I see few cases, and few of you are, though they have attended day before and all, haven't attended 7 p.m. class of mine, which I fixes now 7 p.m.